So I think they broke the mold after they made you, because I'm yet to encounter a person with as limitless energy and passion as you for work as I have seen you demonstrate over the last so many years. Forever the ITC man. So it has been a privilege to have had the opportunity to work with you, and I wish you the very best for your life ahead.
All I can tell you is my first boss. Great fun to work with. He used to, of course, walk into office at 11 o'clock and be there till 11 at night. And like a lot of other people, I can remember a lot of buttered toasts and chicken rolls and moody, etc. floating around the office at about 8:39 at night. And I remember he used to have a little mantra for me, which is that when I ring you up, Vikram, in the morning, I must hear the sound of a bell on a hand rickshaw. And with that, I would know that you're in the market. And I think I spend most of my time with him in the market.
Even today, I go back to those initial days of the small incidences and the small inputs that Mr. Roy was able to provide us. And that has helped us stand in good stead. The reason why I keep using the word us is because there were two of us, Karunesh and myself, and those days we used to be called as hunting in pairs. And the Saharanpur boys obviously have done great for themselves, and we've made Mr. Roy proud. We are his boys, and we will continue to be his boys. Wish him all the very best for his retired life, and hope to keep in touch with you, sir. I love you, and once again, thanks a lot for all that you've done for me. Thanks a lot.
You have that instinct which can visualize things coming. You have it in you, the dedication, patience to solve problems, which is of any kind. You are the leader who guides, believes your team and takes them to wonders. You will not only be missed by me, but by everyone who worked with you. Wishing you and your family, from everyone who is there or not there, best of health, good times ahead.
This is something I have learned, that how to be with team, how to help the team, how cool one has to be under stress and pressures. And I'm sure not me, many of us have learned all this from you during our working relationship with you. On the personal part, you have been one of the mentors, you have been one of the guides, and I wish you and your family all the very best.
I have shared a very personal bonding with Debashish. During my days as head of Eastern District, we were going through really turbulent times in Kolkata branch in those days. And he was really a pillar of strength, the way he helped me in charting our course. So that is something I can never forget. But having said that, I also got to know Debashish as a person. He has been a very great human being, a man with a very soft heart. He has stood by me during times of personal crisis, and I can never really forget that. So Debashish, all I can say is wish you all the best. Have a great and healthy life ahead, and take care, keep in touch.
Maybe if one had to check Debashish Da's blood group, the medicals probably would have to invent a new group called D, standing for distribution in your case. In fact, I was very lucky to have Debashish Da again helping me out as Kolkata branch manager during my tenure in Eastern District. And lucky indeed, because we had GPI who was launching then in Calcutta, and Debashish Da and his team came on GPI like a ton of bricks. And I don't think GPI has recovered from that ever since. His concept of relaxing was actually to visit organized retail, and he would go there and interact with housewives, many of them who were very pretty, urging them to try ITC products.
The first thing about Debashish which struck me was his ability to work long hours, very, very long hours. The other thing which is very striking about Debashish is his tenacity. I mean, he will be at it whenever he takes some objective, something he wants to do. He just would stay with it. I'm not there, Debashish, for your farewell. I'm away, but I would seriously advise you to continue working, never stop working. These are great things you have. All the best to you and your family. Thank you, Debashish.
There are very few other people in the company who could provide the kind of experienced guidance to a newcomer that Mr. Roy could. He has that tremendous ability to bring people together, to provide a shoulder to people, to talk to him, be a unifying force, get people together. And for me, a young bachelor, it couldn't have been better because I had 5 homes, including Mr. Roy's, where we could end up at the end of the day and we were always felt welcome. I wish Debashish Da and his family all the very best in the years ahead.
One memory which is still pretty fresh in my mind was when the entire Y2K bug, so to say, was supposed to hit this entire world and even ITC. And at that time we had a system which we weren't too sure whether it will be able to handle the Y2K bug. I remember we had a party in CP Club where Mr. Roy was the branch manager, and we had got a celebrity to come down. And at 11:30 I'm told to go back to work, put the server on and see whether the system boots and doesn't boot. To my surprise, I actually felt that we would be the only 2 people in office, and what we actually see is Mr. Roy coming in with his family. And we saw the system boot and nothing went wrong.
He was my mentor, he was my first guide, and I think all my life I will adore him because of the guidance he gave in the first 3 months of my tenure with ITC. I still remember a challenge. In the month of December, I think near about 3-4 months after we were with ITC, there was a friend who is a very close friend of mine, Hemanta was there. Mr. Roy told me, Debashish Da, mone ache ki na jani na? He told me that you're a very good guy, analytical, everything, but you are an introvert. It's very difficult to go ahead if you are an introvert. Key word was, you can make it happen only if you start speaking to the trade. I learned the trick from him. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
My first posting to Cal branch as an area manager, and I think the way that Debashish had extended his support, welcomed me to the branch, and took me across the branch territory in terms of the knowledge of the territory and the work. I think I'm ever grateful to him. Debashish was more of a guide to me, a great friend, and I really cherish those great memories.
One thing that I learned from you during my Calcutta stint is the crisis management, where we had a massive problem in the market, but how very coolly and efficiently we were able to manage that has given me a lot of strength in my career, which has gone forth, and wherever I have handled any assignments, whenever it comes to handling people, one of the role model is there, the learnings that I've taken from you. I wish you all the very best, and I take this opportunity to also wish ma'am, I hope Debashish is doing you proud in whatever he is doing, and I wish you and the family all the very best, and that's a salute from me to you, sir. Thank you.
I've now worked in ITC for more than 22 years, and along the way you meet a lot of people, but there are a few who stay with you for a long time, for a large part of the journey, and Debuda for me has been one of them. In those days we didn't have too many fancy formats on the computers, we kind of just forming them, and everything was done on those famed 14-column sheets of ITC, which less and less people will be familiar with nowadays, because we are doing all fancy spreadsheets and pivots and stuff. But those were great days, and if you made an error, one meant that you had to wipe out your entries in several other columns. I don't know if anybody there has seen Debuda's sheets, but I still have a few copies with me. I just checked it yesterday night, and I still have his workings or the methodology for calculating K4, for example. And I found that I still have a few sheets from my time with him. I will definitely miss with the going away of Debuda is that he has such a collection of stories from the hallowed past of our company. I mean, essentially, it's like, these are people who are bricks on which the company has been built upon. Therefore, I feel a great degree of sadness that many of these will go away with people like Debuda, and I don't know where it is that the younger ones who come into the company are going to be subject or hear about this company's great past and the great characters who helped build it. Let me take this opportunity and wishing you from the bottom of my heart a really happy and relaxed retirement, and hoping that you and your family have the best years of your life ahead.